Justin Baldoni is sharing some big news, and it is making waves about Hollywood's favorite couple, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. There are rumors that Justin has some proof that Blake might have been unfaithful to Ryan, and he is ready to show it. It looks like there could be a real love triangle, with Blake possibly being at the center of it all. Stick around as we take a closer look at what Justin has shared, and how this could completely change everything we thought we knew about Blake and Ryan's relationship. Alright, here is the big story everyone is talking about. Some people think Blake Lively may have developed feelings for Justin Baldoni while they were working together. Even though she tried to drop a few hints, things did not exactly go as planned. This is where it gets really interesting. As people started to put the pieces together, the story behind this idea is actually surprising. If we look at Blake's past roles, she has never gotten close to an actor in the way she did with Justin during their intimate scenes. Blake's actions during the scenes with Justin were a bit unexpected. For example, Blake asked for an intimacy coordinator on set, but Justin revealed that Blake refused to meet with the coordinator. Instead, she took control of those scenes herself and decided how close she wanted to get to Justin. So, when she later claimed there was no coordinator available, it made it seem like she might have been using the situation to her advantage, maybe even to hide what was really going on between them. And here is another twist to the story. God and most people, it's violence, but it's just baking bakes things. The word on the street is that Blake and Ryan were a little too cozy for people who were just friends. Like, their interviews and body language totally giving were into each other. People started to notice what was happening too. Blake and Ryan began their romance while they were filming Green Lantern, even though they were both still with other people at that time. One person even asked, wasn't he still married to Scarlett Johansson? Many people believe that Ryan might have cheated on Scarlett with Blake, and eventually he divorced Scarlett to be with her. It did not happen right away, but it is pretty clear that their romance started on that movie set. However, there is more to the story. History nearly repeated itself when Blake worked with Ben Affleck on The Town. At that time, Ben was still married to Jennifer Garner. Rumors started spreading that Blake and Ben were getting a little too close while they were filming. People on set said they acted like lovesick teenagers, which apparently made Jennifer feel worried. And remember, Blake was still dating Penn Badgley at that time. There were even rumors of an emotional affair, with secret dates, flirting, and all the messy drama that goes along with it. Then, fast forward to Justin. It seems like Blake may have developed feelings for him while filming, but he did not feel the same way. Some people think Blake felt hurt and wanted to change the story. Some also believe she wanted Justin to take the blame, so her husband, who is known to get jealous, would not feel bad. Blake was probably not trying to start something serious with Justin. Maybe she just wanted to enjoy the moment and feel the vibe. But when Justin did not give her the same energy, she may have felt embarrassed. So she turned the story around to make it look like Justin was the one chasing her. And this is where things start to get interesting. Blake always got what she wanted while growing up. There is even a story that her father once gave money to the choir director, so she could be the lead singer. So she is not used to hearing a no. Also, her life has been very easy, so this situation may have hurt her even more. She has not done many projects in recent years. She has been busy taking care of her 4 kids, and her husband is always working. It feels like she may be lonely and bored sometimes. So when she got the chance to star in a romantic, when Blake got the chance to be in a movie with a handsome love interest, she took it right away. She has said before that she loves romance, so maybe she just wanted to see if she still had that special spark. But when Justin did not react the way she wanted, it was like she got nervous. She changed the story to make it look like Justin was the one causing the problem. And here is the really interesting part. Some people believe Justin may have said something about Blake's weight. Instead of trying to understand why he said it, she took it as a sign that he was not interested in her. That must have been a big shock for her, and it looks like her husband was not happy about it either. People say he even came to the set, scolded Justin, and made fun of him. So was Blake just trying to see what would happen, or was she trying to start trouble? No matter what, the legal process has already started. Whatever her real reason was, now there are lawsuits and a lot of drama. Then, when December 2024 comes, Blake Lively takes things even further. She files a complaint with California's Civil Rights Department, Blake is accusing Justin and some of the production crew of harassment and revenge. She says the studio promised to support her, But instead, they left her alone to deal with all the wrong behavior by herself. But Blake is not just staying quiet. She is going after Justin with full force. She says he and his team tried to ruin her name after she spoke up. She claims they started a whole plan to make her look bad, and because of that, she's been feeling tired, stressed, and even losing work opportunities. Now, everything is out in the open, and the drama is only growing. But Justin is not just sitting back, and Justin is not just staying quiet, he is fighting back with a big lawsuit, asking for $400 million. He says Blake lied about him and tried to use the situation to get money. His team says her story does not make sense, and they claim to have proof, behind-the-scenes footage that shows what really happened. And just when it seems like things cannot get worse, Justin's team starts sharing video clips from the set to defend him. But Blake's side is not staying silent either. They say this is just a trick to change the store. Justin is taking legal action against the New York Times for $250 million. He says their coverage was unfair, made him look bad, and hurt his reputation even more. He believes they took Blake's side instead of telling the full truth. Now let us talk about what this could mean for both of them. For Blake, these accusations could destroy her image and make it very hard for her to get new projects. If people stop believing her, her career could fall apart. And for Justin, his whole image as someone who stands for women's rights is at risk. If these claims stick, his reputation could be ruined forever. But this is not just about Blake and Justin anymore. This whole situation is exposing some of Hollywood's biggest secrets, especially when it comes to harassment. Accountability is very important, especially when things start to fall apart. Right now, both sides are getting ready for what looks like it will be a long and difficult fight, and no one knows for sure how it will end. But wait, there is more to this story, and it just keeps getting more complicated. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are responding to the lawyers of Justin Baldoni. They say that some of the things being said in public are not true, and they want those claims to stop. Also, we now have an official response from Baldoni's side to Lively's complaint. Admitted what is being denied, we're going to get into it all right now. So apparently, new text messages and voice memos leaked, and they weren't even part of the original lawsuit. These are like bonus tracks on an already chaotic album, and let me tell you, their explosive people are comparing Blake to Amber Heard too. Oh, and here is something interesting. There is footage from the set that seems to go against what Blake said in her complaint. So, now the big question is, what is the real story? But if that is not surprising enough, there are rumors going around that Blake asked her famous friends, Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds, to put pressure on Justin and Sony Pictures. People are saying that she tried to use her connections to make them give her the film, threatening that if they did not, they would lose all the promotion from her and her friends' huge followings. But it seems that this plan did not work out as she hoped, and now it is all coming back to cause trouble for her. First, let us see what really happened. Let's talk about Colleen Hoover, the author of the book that this movie is based on. You might not have heard much about her in all of this drama, but she is definitely involved. Back in 2019, Colleen sold the movie rights to her book, and she personally chose Justin to play the role of Ryle, one of the main characters. It gets even more interesting. They were friends. She was very involved in everything, even helping with the script. The two of them went on the promotion trail together, smiling for the cameras and acting like best friends. All of this happened after the harassment claims with Blake. Here is where things start to get really messy. After Blake, Lively dropped her lawsuit against Justin, Colleen went on Instagram and said she was on Team Blake. But here's the twist. She said this after those promo interviews where she and Justin were acting like best friends. It makes you wonder. The timeline does not add up, and it feels a little suspicious. Then, things take an even bigger turn. Justin was not allowed to edit his own movie, and that is when things started to fall apart. People began to wonder if Colleen had threatened not to promote the film unless she got more control over it. Creative control. What is really happening behind the scenes here? Speaking of Blake, she is that person, right? She could have great chemistry with anything, and people would call it Oscar-worthy. Even Justin was out there praising her in interviews, calling her super talented and saying she brought so much to the film. But behind the scenes, things seemed different. Blake was apparently making moves to take control of the project and push Justin out of it. This is where things get shady. Blake supposedly took over the editing, promotion, and marketing of the movie. Get this, Somehow, Blake managed to turn Colleen against Justin. It is getting messier and messier. Now, Justin never publicly said anything bad about Blake or Colleen. He kept it all very classy. But behind the scenes, Colleen was reportedly texting him, praising him, and thanking him for being so open to her ideas. At the same time, in public, she stayed completely silent about Justin. Where's the support she showed him privately? As for Blake, people are now calling her a master manipulator. It feels like more and more details are coming out, and none of them seem to be in their favor. Fed, they say this is just a trick to change the story.